Hello, this is Haskins, your Forex mentor. Welcome to another beautiful day in the markets. We made a wonderful 100 pips today. I can see the smiles on the face of the subscribers who took this trade. This is your daily dose of events that shaped the Forex market. Let's get right into it. So, just like how I mentioned that we had an awesome result and we've had 100% track record, and what a way to end the week with a 100 pip win. I'll just tell you what the trade was. Our trade plan basically was to sell the USD JPY at 2 a.m. That's when the European markets open. So we sold it from there, and it did not even go more than a few pips against us, not more than 1 or 2 pips against us. And we had close to 140 pips in it, but because of the average true range, I'm going to be calling it a 100 pip winner. And that's about it. I got a lot of messages from so many folks uh, who took 100 pips, 110 pips. One person took 135 pips on this particular trade, and I'm so happy for y'all. So now let's continue. We also had the Canadian employment change. Now I would like to um, talk a little bit about it. Now, following little change in the previous month, employment rose by 95,000 in May. Now, we're talking about the employment of Canada in May, which is released in June. All right. So the employment rose by 95,000 in May, with most of the increase in full time work. This is very important because the increase is in sustainable full time work. The employment gain pushed the unemployment rate down 0.1 percentage points to 7.1%. Compared with 12 months earlier, employment grew 1.4% or 250,000, all in full time work. Over the same period, the total numbers of hours also rose 1.1%. So, full time work is going on, is increasing, as well as the hours worked is increasing. Both very good numbers. Now, let's talk about the employment from USA. Now, this is the USA employment chart. Uh, this is when we had the crisis, and then we started from 2010. We started putting on jobs on a relative basis. Basically, this is the figure. Yeah, about 175,000 new jobs were um, uh, were established in the US of A. Um, but at this pace of 175,000 new jobs per month, it'll take USA 5 years to come up to the same level before the crisis, and that is if there was no population growth. Now, counting in the population growth and the number of people who want more work, there is a negative job growth. So you need to be careful of how you actually analyze this data. So the data was that the total non-farm payroll employment increased by 175,000 in May, and the unemployment rate was essentially unchanged at 7.6%. The household survey data, which is both the number of unemployed persons at 11.8 million and the unemployment rate at 7.6%, were essentially unchanged in May. Amongst the major worker groups, the unemployment rate for adult male were 7.2%, adult women were 6.5%, teenagers was 25%, 24.5% actually, whites was 6.7%, blacks was 13.5%, Hispanics was 9.1%. Now, this showed little or no change in May. The jobless rate for Asians was 4.3%. This is not seasonally adjusted. Now, this was little change again from a year earlier. In May, the number of long term unemployed, those jobless for 27 weeks or more, was unchanged at 4.4 million. These individuals accounted for 37.3% of the unemployed over the past 12 months. The number of long term unemployed has declined by 1 million. The civilian labor force rose by 420,000 to 155.7 million in May. However, the labor force participation rate was little was not changed at 63.4% over the year. The labor force participant rate has declined, which has been a historic low. So that's not good. That means that the number of people who are a part of the labor force, there are they there are two reasons why a person might not be a part of the labor force. He does not want to work because he's getting other means of income and he chooses not to work. Someone like, let's say, a housewife who chooses not to actually work will not be a part of the labor force, or a person who's given up hope because he's not finding any work. So, the numbers from USA aren't as stellar as the numbers from Canada have been. So that's about it for today, guys. Let us look at what's on for next week. On Sunday, we'd have basically no trade. Let's see what we'd have on Monday. Nothing, but we might have a potential trade on the monetary policy statement from Japan. Then on Tuesday we have the Bank of Japan press conference. I might want to even trade that. And that's about it for the first few days of next week. And I'll touch base with you all again on Monday. Have a fantastic weekend and enjoy yourself. Bye for now.